The laugh came from behind her first, sharp, careless, loud enough to make a few heads turn, and in that instant, as the plane door stood open and the aisle filled with restless passengers, the girl understood something painful and familiar. This flight was about to become a memory she would carry for the rest of her life. She was 14, small for her age, with tightly braided hair pulled back into a neat bun, wearing a simple navy hoodie and sneakers that had seen better days. Her backpack was old but clean, the zipper repaired with a silver keyring. In her hand was her boarding pass, folded once, held carefully the way her father had taught her, like it mattered, because it did. She stood patiently near her seat in economy class, waiting for the men blocking the aisle to move. "That seat," a woman scoffed, glancing at the boarding pass and then at the girl. "Sweetheart, you're probably in the wrong section." A few chuckles followed. Someone muttered something under their breath. Another passenger rolled their eyes, already annoyed at the delay. The girl's face burned, but her voice didn't shake when she replied, "This is my seat." The men blocking the aisle barely looked at her. "Yeah, right," he said, smirking. "They don't put kids like you here unless something's gone wrong." Her fingers tightened around the paper. She had flown alone before. Her father traveled constantly, and sometimes it was safer for her to go ahead and meet him. He always told her the same thing: be calm. Be polite. Don't let anyone make you feel smaller than you are. "I can show you my ticket," she said. "Oh, I'm sure you can," the woman replied, waving her hand dismissively. "Maybe go ask the crew for help instead of holding everyone up." The flight attendant approached, her smile already strained. "Is there a problem here?" Before the girl could answer, the man spoke. "This kid thinks she's sitting here." The attendant looked at the boarding pass, then at the seat number, then back at the girl. Everything matched perfectly. Still, there was hesitation, just a second too long. "Well," the attendant said carefully, "let me double-check." The girl felt it then. That quiet pause. The unspoken doubt. It hurt more than the laughter. Around them, whispers grew. Phones were subtly lifted. Someone sighed dramatically. The girl stepped aside, not because she was wrong, but because she had learned that sometimes dignity meant stepping back, even when you shouldn't have to. She stared out the window while the attendant walked away, the runway stretching endlessly beneath the gray sky. She wondered if her father would be upset that she hadn't spoken up more. She wondered if maybe she should have dressed better, looked different, been different. Minutes passed. The cabin buzzed with impatience. Then, suddenly, the engines powered down. The lights flickered slightly. A confused murmur rippled through the plane. "Ladies and gentlemen," the captain's voice came over the intercom, steady but unusual, "please remain seated. We are experiencing a brief delay." A delay. People groaned. Someone complained loudly about connections and schedules. Outside the window, the girl noticed movement on the tarmac. A sleek private jet rolled into view, stopping not far from their aircraft. Its door opened. And then she saw him. Tall. Calm. Impeccably dressed in a dark coat, his posture straight despite the long walk across the runway. He moved with quiet authority, not rushing, not stopping, his eyes fixed on the commercial plane as if nothing else existed. Her heart skipped. She knew that walk. She knew that presence. Her father. The cabin door opened again, and this time, when footsteps echoed inside, every conversation died mid-sentence. The captain stood aside respectfully as the men entered, flanked by airport officials who looked suddenly very nervous. "I'm looking for my daughter," her father said, his voice calm but carrying effortlessly through the cabin. She was delayed from taking her seat. The girl stood slowly. "Dad." Relief washed over his face the moment he saw her. He crossed the aisle and knelt in front of her, checking her face, her hands, her posture, as if making sure the world hadn't broken her while he wasn't looking. "Are you okay?" he asked softly. She nodded. "I'm okay." He stood, turning to the stunned passengers, the flight attendant, the men who had laughed, the woman who had scoffed. "I'm glad," he said, his voice still even. "Because what just happened here is not okay."